I promise I haven't looked. Let's go. It's nerve-wracking. Okay, do you know what? That's okay. Hi guys, it's day 12 of the 100-day project. It's postcard decorating time. Because I've already done a lot for the Sherlock Holmes journal, and I don't want it to get too full, I'm going to move on to doing something Easter and spring orientated for decorating these postcards. I have these postcards that you can get from Amazon, blank ones. They're in England £3 for a pack of 20 because I didn't want to decorate my vintage postcards. And that's because we're going to do some reverse collage, which basically means we have no idea how it's going to turn out. Let's do 6. So that I can't see what's going on, I'm going to use some masking tape to put these together, all 6 together along these lines, turn it over, and then we're going to do our reverse collage without much of a plan, because we're not trying to collage perfectly. Although, as I said in my last one where I demonstrated this, I do hope we don't decapitate anybody or any animals or anything when we do cut things up or separate them out. We just take some of this background and start to pop it down. And while I don't really plan what I'm doing, obviously I wouldn't put 2 things that are exactly the same next to each other. Do a little bit of an overlap and keep going with what I would consider the background pieces. So the background pieces are your plainer pieces. You do not need to watch me gluing lots and lots of squares and rectangles onto some temporarily joined postcards. I will come back when this layer is done. Everything's now covered. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the Easter pictures, because now we cannot see where those joins are. So this is really going in blind now. I'm going to take these Easter pictures and put them, this is Mod Podge that I'm using. You can use any glue, PVA glue's fine. Just thin it with a bit of water. Hoping I've got enough pictures to get something down here. If not, I will have to do some fussy cutting from some books. And I'm trying not to plan where I'm putting these and just put them down. I want a very random effect to see if it's going to be background or if it's going to end up being fine as it is. And if it is fine as it is, then there'll be nothing more to do and we'll have some beautifully decorated postcards. That one you can't see any of the background now that's gone down, but that's okay. That's the point. We don't know what's going to happen. As you can see, there are lots and lots and lots of little images here. And again, just like with the background pieces, be overlapping some bits. Okay, I will come back when this has been covered and we'll see if there's any more to do before breaking it all up. I've allowed this to dry naturally on my desk. Our next move is to take them apart, trim along the lines and see what we've got. I promise I haven't looked. Some of the trimming up, I did end up making some slightly smaller than others, but that's okay. Hopefully they're all pretty straight. Let's go. It's nerve-wracking. Okay, do you know what? That's okay. It doesn't matter that you've got just heads and bits. That's worked. That's pretty. I might ink round the edge or border it. I think it could do with some kind of border. But I don't know that you need to do any more to that one. Yeah, this one, you can see where the trimming up just needs a bit more pulling out. There might be a few little what I call housekeeping bits that need just sticking down a bit more. Let's go for the next one. That seems quite thick, but I think that's okay. Yep, that all fits. So far so good. Okay, there's a person with no head and a chicken with no head. So this one isn't really working as a postcard. So we may have to cut this one and make it a belly band. And I think that will be the solution to that one. We were bound to get at least one where things have gone slightly wrong. That one works. Again, she's slightly cut off. And we've only got a pair of chicken legs there. We might have to convert this one to probably a tag. Let's have a look at what we can do with these two. So I think we're going to have to go there. But let's just make sure that's going to be straight by using the grid. And then for cutting the tag, I have now got my little card that I've cut one corner off so that I can get a tag top that's semi-equal. I wouldn't say it's always perfect, but it helps me out a great deal. I can't recommend this enough. It saves you buying one of those punches that cost £15 in the UK that cut corners off things. Not round, I do use my round corner punch, but I mean the ones that cut like tags. So that is a money saving little thing. Okay, that's okay as a little tag those. And then she's a bit too cut off, isn't she? And we've got legs here. But I think we can make a tag. We've just got to line it up and see where we can go. Let's make a little tag out of these ones. Quite happy to have some little Easter tags as well. That works beautifully now. It really does. That's very sweet. Now, do I want more tags or do I want a belly band? I'm not a big belly band fan. I think you can do that. It's a little odd, but I think it still works. We're going to go with it. From our original 6 postcards, we've got 5 postcards. Is that correct? Or no, 4 postcards. 1, 2, 3, 4 postcards. And we've got 4 tags. I think that's okay considering it's very hit and miss what we've just done. Now we're going to move on to a few finishing touches. Off camera, I've just tested out 2 different effects. This one is my new vintage photo. The lid is very different to my old vintage photo, so one of them was a fake, both from Amazon, just be warned. And that would be the vintage photo, the new vintage photo on the back, which is grungy and typical junk journal. And then because it's spring, I tried my squeezed lemonade, still a distress ink, around the edge, and that's the squeezed lemonade on the back, which does have a nice spring-like feel. I don't have a preference. I think particularly with the tags, I might go with the spring colours, although they are a little scruffy in places, which will be the squeezed lemonade. But with the postcards, because I want to do some decoration on the back here, I think that's more likely to be a vintage photo finish. For those who've never seen this, this is what I've been doing, taking a sponge applicator, going around the edge, and then a little bit, not completely over, just patchy. I have a few bits and pieces to finish off. I have this memento in London Fog, which I thought might be good for a script stamp on the reverse of here, because I want people to still be able to write on it. So I'm hoping this is going to be light enough that you can still write over the top, but it gives an effect. We will see. Yeah, I think so. I think you can write over that. Then we also have stamps. Let's pop that one on. And there's a by airmail, which I think would go there, of the little black ziggy-zaggy things that you get over stamps. And a black ink pad, again a memento. Put that over there, and I might even have some kind of postmark. I'm deliberately overlapping those because that's what happens when they go through the machine. And this one, maybe use the grey and really lightly, like it could be writing, it could be an address, it could be whatever. So that is the finishing touch on those postcards. I am really pleased with how these have turned out. I think they're grungy, I think they're Eastery. They didn't really take much artistic interpretation on my part, which is always a good thing. And we have the start of our Easter or spring journal, which is awesome. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. That does help with the YouTube algorithm and push this channel out to new people who possibly haven't seen these videos. Equally, if you're not already, please consider subscribing. I'm doing lots of videos at the moment. I normally do 3 to 5 a week. Currently it's 6 to 7. And let me know what you think of this little Easter display of postcards and tags below in the comments. And I will see you next time.